This is a introduction interview to a series that we have walked on the mind in relation to thoughts and energies. As we all know, in our daily experiences, as we walk day in and day out, we actively, constantly and continuously participate in our minds in relation to thoughts and energies. What has not been realized within the human race is the extent to which our thoughts and energies meaning as reactions of emotions and feelings, actually create our internal as well as external realities. And one can have a look for oneself in our daily experiences within our environments, events, and people, to what extent our thoughts and reactions can overwhelm us in moments and create within us extensive experiences of uncomfortability, of stress, of anxiety, of fear, of burdens, as our memories in our conscious mind emerge and preoccupy our internal reality and self-experience. All these components of our mind, primarily our thoughts in our conscious mind and the energies, the reactions of emotions and feelings that we experience, create a veil, a blindness within us in not realizing, seeing and understanding solutions that is existent in assisting and supporting ourselves to not have to be overwhelmed or preoccupied within ourselves, in our minds, with our thoughts and reactions, but that we can assist and support ourselves to live and express within stability, within calm, within where we can actually face events, environments, and people in directing situations, experiences, and people, instead of the tendency of our encounters being within an overwhelming state of conflict within ourselves. So in this series that we have walked, the primary point that we are facing within this series is assisting and supporting self to find solutions to one's internal conflict that we create and experience through our thoughts and energies as reactions. To assist and support self to stop constant, continuous internal conflict that we create with our thoughts and energies as reactions, and to live within self-stability, self-comfortability, and be able to walk through one's day within a directive principle where one is not initiated into movement or decisions or choices within this storm of internal conflict, but that one can approach people, events, situations, experiences within stability, within clarity, and within a directness where one is able to make informed, practical decisions and take and walk into directions wherein self is stable. So many can relate to the extent to which thoughts, emotions, and feelings create internal conflict within ourselves. And throughout time within this world, in this reality, we have simply accepted and allowed these internal conflicts to wreak havoc within ourselves and our world and reality, where we participate in these internal conflicts with our thoughts and reactions and how they accumulate and build and create physical unease, uncomfortability, relationship problems, as all these conflicts within us start building and accumulating within us, and where it can get to a point where you get so frustrated, irritated, angry, helpless and hopeless that one do not see any way out of one's internal and external experiences. But that solution to seeing a way out, if you will, is here, but we do not always see it because we're so lost within our internal experiences, separate from ourselves, within ourselves, and from our world and reality. So the process that we've walked in this beginner series is assisting and supporting self in understanding what thoughts are within your conscious mind. What are the reactions of emotions and feelings that you experience? What is the nature of the internal conversations that we have with ourselves in our minds? How is it that from our thoughts and reactions and internal conversations, we actually create our physical behavior in our world and our reality? And now all those parts and components work together in an interconnected unit to create our experiences within our world and reality. So we walk you through the detail in terms of what is the nature of the conscious mind, what are the thoughts that come up within our conscious minds, where do they come from, the various types of conscious mind thoughts that exist, in where in our conscious mind our thoughts would jump into various types and kinds of thoughts, where you'll start thinking about memories or past experiences and then jump to the future and create future projections, and then think about your world and your reality, and then have thoughts about people in your world and reality. So we have a look at the detail of where those thoughts exactly come from. Why is it that these thoughts exist in our conscious mind in the first place? And why is it that we are currently functioning through thoughts, through thinking, when we are able to simply live here in our human physical bodies, and that our thinking, our very thoughts in our conscious mind exist because we are not actually physically living here in this real world. We have created an entire internal mind reality, and we're functioning through our minds instead of with the physical, our human physical bodies. And then we walk you into the subconscious mind, in having a look at the internal conversations that we tend to have with ourselves or toward other beings, experiences and events in our world and reality. Internal conversations is also referred to as backchat, where those voices come up within our minds as actual sentences that will speak toward people, events and experiences that so suddenly and unexpectedly come up in moments. And we have a look at where those internal conversations or backchats come from within our minds. How have we created it? What are their purpose? How do they generate energy within and for our minds, and essentially feed our personalities of our minds, and in no way actually assist and support one's physical, practical living within one's world and reality. And the very nature of those internal conversations as backchats, which is compromising and sabotaging oneself, within oneself and one's relationships and environment and experiences in one's world and reality. And then we walk into the unconscious mind in having a look at how our thoughts, our internal conversations, our reactions create and manifest our physical behaviors. What are these physical behaviors that we have programmed through our minds with thoughts, with reactions, with internal conversations? How do personalities of our minds interact with our human physical bodies to create an embodiment of ourselves through our minds that represent parts of ourselves, but is not an actual standing of living fully and completely within our human physical body? So we have a look at what personalities are. How do we create personalities? How do personalities influence our conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and physical mind in how we live and interact and create relationships in our worlds and realities? So the beginner series is an outline of the basics with which to start from in assisting and supporting self in walking through one's mind. Walking through one's mind meaning to understand and see and realize for yourself how thoughts, these internal conversations and backchats and reactions and behaviors affect and influence and control oneself and one's living in this world and reality. That we have become so accustomed to our thinking processes, our reaction processes, how we function through the mind, that we have accepted it as normal and okay and ordinary, when in fact the entire mind, the conscious, subconscious, unconscious and physical mind, is the entire manifestation through which we create our entire internal experiences as well as external reality. And you will see in walking through this beginner series how it is that you create yourself and your relationships and experiences in this world through thoughts, through internal conversations and reactions, and our physical behaviors. And with that, we present the practical solutions in how to assist and support oneself in stabilizing oneself within one's human physical body. So one essentially assists and support oneself to move oneself out of mind participation into physical living. And the beginner series is a first step that one take in taking one's power, one's responsibility of assisting and supporting oneself to find out what it really means to live in this physical world and reality, to no more simply accept and allow the mind, our thoughts, our internal conversations, our backchats, our reactions, our internal conflicts to take control of us within moments or within our relationships and experiences in our world. But in that movement from the mind into the physical, we start realizing, seeing and understanding the solutions that are in fact here to our internal and external experiences and relationships and events, that we do not need the mind to exist, to function, to live and to express within this world and reality. How the mind has simply been a creation of ourselves in our absence of actually living and functioning in this world and this reality. So we suggest, especially for those in this world that relate to the extent to which our minds, our thoughts, our reactions of emotions and feelings, our internal conversations, our physical behaviors can create and manifest extensive internal conflicts and unnecessarily create friction within our worlds and realities. And to assist and support yourself to walk through this beginner series in seeing, realizing, understanding for yourself how it is that you are in fact creating your own thoughts, your own internal conversations, your own reactions, your own physical behaviors. The entire process of how it is programmed within ourselves, through ourselves, with our participation. And within that, the practical solutions that we walk you through in how to take on your conscious mind, how to deal with the constant stream of thoughts that seem never-ending, how to assist and support yourself to stop participation within them, to stabilize yourself within your human physical body, to realize that you have the ability to stop participation in your conscious mind and all those thoughts that seem never-ending, just continuing, constantly talking over and over and over and over again. And the same within your subconscious mind, how to understand your internal conversations, your backchats that you're having, how to assist and support yourself to stop participation in them, to realize that you do not need these internal conversations or backchats to live, to make a decision, to direct yourself in this physical, practical world or reality. And within the conscious and subconscious mind as well, you will, within the beginner series, start seeing, realizing, and understanding the extent to which our minds influence, affect, and control our ability to live, to direct, and to take responsibility for ourselves within our world and reality. And then the unconscious mind, our physical behaviors, how our very physical behaviors affect and influence and control our world and reality, the extent to which we are unaware of our very physical movements, in how we have become living embodiments of a mind, of personalities, of thoughts, of reactions, of internal conversations, and that the mind has become the entire system that is in essence functioning for us within this world and reality. And our only awareness is within our conscious mind, within our thoughts. And you will, within this beginner series, see, realize, and understand how we have separated ourselves, from our physical living, from our world and reality, how much we have of ourselves given up to the mind, to our thoughts, to our internal conversations, to our reactions, to our behaviors, to our personalities, and that it is now finally time to realize and make the decision to get to know oneself as the mind, how it is that we've created these thoughts, these internal conversations, these reactions, these personalities, these behaviors, so that we can assist and support ourselves to take our positions, our directives within ourselves and our physical world and reality, and actually live and express and move and direct within self-awareness with the human physical body, where it's no more our living being moved by internal conflicts that make decisions or choices or physical acts or directions for us, but as we move breath by breath in our physical world and reality, each decision, each choice, each direction, each movement is done within absolute self-awareness. And that process starts here with this beginner series, to realize how one can step out of the mind, through and from the mind, and really live in the human physical body, and what that living really means. Thank you very much.